Welcome to the show. The 2012 softball season is about to be underway, and Coach Jenn White is excited to see where this season takes us. She's on the show today. This is In the Saddle.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to the show. Today we have head softball coach Jenn White to talk about the 2012 season. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
So we're starting the 2012 season. What do you expect to see out of the girls this year?
I expect to see a better team than I have seen since I've been here. Going in my third season, I expect to see more experience this year, more aggressive play. You know, I'm just really excited about this team.
Well, good. We have a couple key returners. We've got a couple all-conference athletes coming back, Nisha Sorrell and Liz Agpolo. So who else do we have coming back that's going to be key this year?
Well, basically our whole infield, -1, will be back because, I mean, we were really young freshmen. We have Skylar Nichols coming back, Ashley Mitchell will be back, Marky LaFernie, which she caught last year, but she'll be playing outfield this year. Brooke McLeod, I think she ended up playing third base for us there in the conference tournament, and she'll also do some pitching this year. So we got quite a bit back.
Who are some of the key newcomers we have, and what spots are they going to fill?
Oh my gosh, you know, to be honest, all of our newcomers, I think they're all going to be key. We brought in a pitcher, a lot of JUCO players, so a JUCO pitcher, we have a couple outfilders. Oh, we got a shortstop that came in. I mean, so we got a lot of our newcomers are going to be key players. So I think me and Ken did a good job putting a team together this year.
Well, good. And you said you still weren't sure what the lineup is going to look like.
No, and that's the thing. It's going to be tough. Game day, it's going to be tough to put 9 or 10 out there. So
it's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is.
Where do you think that we're going to be stronger this year, and maybe where are we going to be a little weaker?
You know, I think, honestly, we're going to be stronger everywhere. You know, I think last year we were weak in a lot of spots because we were young. We really didn't have a true catcher. The outfield was just kind of hodgepodge, those kind of things. But I think this coming year, I mean, we have everybody playing their position that they've played, you know, so it's going to be, I think we're going to be stronger everywhere.
Well, last year we made it all the way to the conference tournament and with almost entirely freshman infield. And they're now sophomores, a year older, a bit more mature. So how is that going to come into play in the conference this year?
You know, I think it's a lot because, you know, it's kind of one of those been there, done that kind of things. Our first round of the conference tournament last year, I mean, they looked like they were just scared to death, you know. So I think now that they have that experience, I think it's just going to be better because, I mean, obviously when you've been there, it's a lot easier to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, we definitely are playing in a tough conference, just like in all of our other sports. We have 2 teams in the top 10 and 3 teams in the top 25, a couple others receiving votes. Right now in preseason conference polls, we're tied for 7th. Do you think that's a fair position, and where do you think we're going to end?
I think definitely starting out, it's definitely fair because they don't know what we got. I mean, we basically have almost a new team, you know, made up of juniors and sophomores. So I definitely think it's fair. I'd rather start out there, to be honest. You know, and then if everything works out like it's supposed to, I think we should be, you know, definitely in the top 5 by the end of it. You know, I'd like to see us in the top 3, obviously, if not higher than that. But I think top 5, we should be definitely there by the end of it.
Okay, just like last year, we play Lubbock Christian early in the season, and they're definitely ranked in the top 10. So how is that going to factor in?
You know, I think the first go-around when you're playing them, you're just kind of testing out. And obviously, we're going to have maybe, 5-6 games before we play them. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think it's one of those things you go out there and you just do the best you can and go from there. I mean, last year when we played them first, we beat them the first game. So that was definitely a boost. And you know, I'm excited about these girls. I think they're a lot better than what we had last year. So I think they're going to rise to the occasion, and they all know who we want to beat in our conference.
Okay, great. What are some of the goals in the season?
You know, I think me and Ken try to keep it simple. And, you know, our goal is to get better every day, and we want to make the conference tournament. You know, if we make that, then we'll go to the next one.
Well, thanks for being on the show. We look forward to a great season.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Now it's time for Fan of the Week. Each week we pick our Fan of the Week who wins an awesome t-shirt and is recognized on our show and on our Facebook page. Last week's Fan of the Week was Tammy Barsher. Again, congratulations to you. And this week's Fan of the Week is Amber Ibarra. Congratulations. Well, that's our show. We're halfway through February and we have a lot more for you. We have homecoming at the basketball game this weekend and baseball and softball this weekend and next week. And then on February 25th, we have our big debut of our brand new Rover mascot, so you won't want to miss it. We'll see you next time on In the Saddle.